Hi everybody, welcome to Lesson 2, Quiz 2 Explanation. As always, please do make sure that you finish the Moodle quiz before you watch this recording. If you've done that, let's have a look together. So we come to number 1, and number 1 says, what is the best summary for the excerpt? And then you go, wow, this passage is so long. This passage is about 64 lines long. And you are asked, question number 1, what is the best summary for this whole excerpt? Now you might have thought, I'll come back to this later. And that is one option. You could put a red flag on this question and then come back to this question when you answered the other questions on this passage. But that would mean going forwards and backwards, and you might forget to go back to it. For me, when I see this type of question, I want to read the introduction paragraph, and then I want to read the first sentence of every other paragraph. And I think by reading that amount of text, I should have a good understanding about the whole of the passage. So I start with the introduction paragraph. Most personal problems do not disappear between the hours of 9 and 5. When employees experience difficulties at home, the problems usually follow them to work. In some instances, employees face additional problems at the workplace, such as deadline pressures and conflicts with co-workers. Situations like these can impede, that means limit or reduce, an employee's ability to perform well at work or in other activities. So the whole of this first paragraph is talking about problems that workers face. They have personal problems from home. They have deadline problem, finishing on time. They might have problems with co-workers. And all of these problems together can limit how successful they are. Now, first sentence of the next paragraph. Several types of problems can affect employees' job performance. So this is also about people's problem affecting how good they are at their job. First sentence of the next paragraph. EARS is staffed by highly trained counselors and is offered through the current medical insurance program. EARS, what is EARS? Well, I might just go back. EARS is the Employees Advisory and Referral Service. So there is a program or a service that has counselors. Counselors are people that listen to you and maybe give you advice. And then it says EARS counselors maintain strict confidentiality. Nobody will know what you tell them. The EARS program is based on self-referral, meaning that the employees refer himself or herself. So nobody will tell you to go and work, to go there, go and talk there, go and have help there. You do it by yourself. If you feel that you are stressed or you have problem, you can send yourself to the EARS program. And during the course of participation, if the EARS counselor will maintain support and follow up. So there's something there that's going to help you in the future. So EARS give you the best service that they can. We listen, we care, after all we're ears. So the passage started by talking about problems that limit people's ability to work. And then it talked about a program, the EARS program. It talked about the confidentiality, the self-referral, the support, the follow-up, the help that the EARS program will give to the workers. So, a summary needs to include something about problems and something about the solution of the EARS program. So number 1, domestic problems can affect the work environment is a small section of paragraph 1. So number 1 is too narrow to be a summary. Number 2, All that troubled employees need is a sympathetic ear. So somebody to listen is all that they need. Well, actually, it says here, it does say that there could be outside referral, that you might need to go to somebody else. Your problem might be very big and they might need to give you more help. So it's not all that people need, but it is one option for people. Number 4, healthcare includes mental as well as physical health, but this isn't about this program. It's not about the workers, the employees. So number 4 is a bit too broad. Number 5, employers have a vested interest in their employers' well-being. Maybe. Number 3, an employer-sponsored program, a program, the EARS program, okay, is available to help troubled employees. Troubled employees, people that have problems at home or deadline or pressure or with co-workers, or occupational problems, financial problem, emotional, marital, family problems, substance abuse problem. All of these problems are available, reasons why people might use the available EARS program. Number 3 is going to be the best answer. Number 2, what is the main idea of the second paragraph? So, second paragraph, several types of problems can affect job performance. These can be emotional, marital, that means with your wife or your husband, family, related, occupational, occupation means about job, financial, about money, substance abuse means drugs. How can an employee address problems such as these? Often short-term counseling is all that is necessary to help him or her resolve the problem before it begins to affect job performance seriously. That's where the employee's advisory and referral service comes in. EARS can help employees resolve many types of personal problems. So the EARS program can help with many types of problems. There's nothing about medical insurance in that paragraph, so we can take away number 1. Medical insurance is in the 3rd paragraph. Confidential process. Well, confidential process was in the 4th paragraph, so we can take away that one as well. Can be of great value to the average employee. Can be of great value, possible. Has helped many employees in the past. It doesn't say helping them in the past. Okay. So we can take away number 5 as well. Be of great value to the average employee, or can help with many types of problems. Okay. We did have types of problems, several. And we have a list of types of problems that you might want to talk to somebody about if you face them. So number 2 is going to be the best answer. 3. Which of the following best restates the phrase, situations like these can impede, limit an employee's ability to perform well? So situations like these can do what? So impossible? Well, impede means make it difficult. It does not mean impossible. It's still possible to do it, but it is more difficult to do it. So number 1 would change the meaning. Number 2, make medical intervention necessary. This is about employees' performance at work. It's not about medical intervention. So take away number 2. Make the employee not care about job performance, not care. There's nothing here about care or not care. It's about limiting the ability to do. So we can take away number 3. Number 5, firing an employee. It says difficult to do well. It doesn't say that you need to fire them. No, number 4 is going to be the correct answer. Make it difficult would be the same as can impede. To excel at work, to be excellent at work, is similar to ability to perform well. So the correct answer is number 4. And with a question like this, you try to break the original down into separate sections. So situations like these is the first part, can impede is the second part, and employees' ability to perform well is the third part. And so you're trying to find alternative ways to say each of these parts. Now, the first part is just being copied for you. So you're looking at make it difficult, matches to can impede. Excel at work would be employee's ability to perform well. An employee is somebody that works. And excel at work, that's where the employee and the at work, that's why those two things match together. So question 4, which of these problems could be helped through the EARS program? Number 1, a problem with repetitive motion injury. This is an injury caused by doing the same action again and again. It's a physical problem. Number 2, a shortage of adequate childcare. This is not having somebody to take care of your children. 3, having too much work. 4, feeling overwhelmed by a project. So number 4 is emotional. And number 5, a desire to retire early, means to stop working. Well, let's just have a look at some of the things from the first 2 paragraphs. We have deadline pressure. We have conflict with co-workers. Okay. Problems can be emotional, marital, family related, occupational, financial, or substance abuse. Okay. And we're talking about, at the end it says we listen. So number 1, a physical problem is not going to be solved by talking about it. Number 2, not having enough childcare cannot be solved by talking about it. Having too much work, well, if you talk about it, then you have less time to do the work, so it's not going to be solved. But number 4, feeling overwhelmed. Well, a feeling, if a problem is about how you feel, you can solve that by talking to other people. So number 4 is going to be the correct answer. Number 5, based on the excerpt, which of the following can be inferred, guessed, about the directors of the company that offers the EARS to employees? What can we guess about these directors? They place little value on employee benefits. Well, employee benefits is something extra that they give to the employees. So number 1 says they do not value giving things to employees. But this EARS program is available for people that work at this company. Okay, this EARS program is there, it's available for people that work at the company. That means they value giving extra things to the workers because the company is paying for it. Number 2, they think this benefit will help to attract high quality employees. Now, this means that they think by giving benefits like the EARS program, they can find new employees very easily, or they can find better employees easily. It's possible. They might be thinking about the future when they need to find new workers. It is definitely possible, but I don't think it's the best answer. Number 3, they want their employees to function well. Yes. They want their employees to function well. They want to solve the problems. It's said in paragraph 1, situations like these can limit an employee's ability to perform well. Okay. These type of problems can affect an employee's job performance. Right? So, if they give short-term counseling, these problems can be resolved before it begins to affect their performance at work. So this kind of suggests that they want to offer this service because they want the people that work for them to do better at work. So they want to try and solve their problems for them. Number 4, they require their employees to leave their problems at home. Well, it says most problems do not disappear between 9 and 5. The problems usually follow them to work. And because of that, they are offering counseling. They are offering a service where people can talk about their problems. Number 5, they want to refer employees with problems to outside professionals. Okay, well, it's not actually an outside program. It says during the course participation, the EARS counsellor will offer support. In the event that outside referral becomes necessary, the employee's financial situations will be taken into consideration. In the event of, if this becomes necessary, not for everybody, but if your problem is very big and we think we need to send you to somebody else, we will think about your financial situation. Number 5 is wrong. The correct answer is number 3. Question 6. What does the reference to payment of reasonable and customary charges, line 35, imply? So let's look at the whole paragraph, or from line 29 anyway. Let's look at the whole paragraph. There is no cost for this benefit to the employee and his or her family members. There is no cost because it comes through the medical insurance program. However, employees are responsible for costs incurred if they are referred to professional outside of the EARS program. So the EARS program is free. It is covered by the medical insurance. But if they have to go to a specialist that is not part of the EARS program, then they will have to pay the cost. Under this circumstance, the group medical insurance will pay the same reasonable and customary charges that would be paid if an employee were being treated by a medical professional. So the medical insurance program will pay reasonable costs, normal costs. The medical insurance program will pay some, but it does not guarantee to pay everything if they need to go to an outside professional. Now, this is the medical insurance program will pay. So when you have insurance, the medical insurance pays for your treatment. This is not about charging people, it's about paying. So takeaway number 1. Medical insurance does not charge its customers. Again, it's not about charging the customers, it is about paying for the treatment. Number 5 will pay the same amount as the employee's regular doctor charges. Number 5 is not stated. It does not say it would pay the same. There's nothing about the same or equal. So we can take away number 5. So we're looking at number 3 or 4. Will not cover costs it considers to be too high, or will cover only those types of treatments that physicians provide. Well, it says it will pay reasonable charges that would normally be paid if the employee were being treated by a medical professional. So even though a counsellor might not be a medical professional, they will still pay reasonable charges. Reasonable, average, normal. They will not pay very, very high charges, but they will pay reasonable charges. So the correct answer is going to be number 3. It will not cover very high, it will only cover reasonable. Question 7, based on this excerpt, why would an employer want a counseling program like EARS to be confidential. It says, EARS counselors maintain strict confidentiality. No one, including the employer, will be informed of the employee's participation in the program unless they reveal it. And participation in the program will not jeopardize the employee's job. Think about the types of problem. They might have a job problem or a financial problem or a drug use problem. Now, people might worry that if their boss finds out that they have job problem or drug problem, that their boss will fire them. So if they think that the EARS program will tell their boss about their problems, they would not go. So it's not that employers do not want to know about the employees' problems. It's that the employees might not seek help if the program was not confidential. Imagine you use drugs, if you are a Yama user, for example. If the person you tell would then come and tell me, you probably wouldn't go and tell them. But if you knew that the person you tell would give you help and keep it secret, then you are more likely to go and find help. So the employers don't want to know because they need the program to be confidential so that people have that confidence to use it. Number 8. Which of the following best describes the style in which the excerpt is written? Now, scholarly, technical. I think scholarly and technical can be removed. There's nothing here that's academic. There's nothing that is technical. They don't use long words. They're not trying to use academic words. They're not trying to show their ability. They're writing it very simply so that everybody can understand. Also, there is nothing funny. There is no jokes, so we can take away number 4. Actually, the topic is very serious. This is people's mental health, problems that they might face. It would be unusual to tell jokes if you're talking about problems that people face. So is it clinical? Well, there's no medical language here, so we can take away number 5. It's straightforward and matter of fact. The language is easy. It tells you the problem. It tells you the solution. It just tells you the information simply and clearly so that you can make your decision by yourself. Number 9. Which of the following best describes the way in which the excerpt is organized? A sequence of events might be you face a problem, you ask for help, you go to EARS, you hear what they say, your problem is solved, but that is not this. There is no time order. There's no sequence. Compare and contrast. What happens if you do not talk? What happens if you do talk? There's no compare and contrast. It's not showing you the difference between using this service and not using this service. So takeaway number 2. Number 3, information in order of importance. Well, it tells you it's trained by, there are highly trained counselors, it's confidential, that it's based on self-referral. Okay, there are lots of pieces of information about the EARS program, but they are not organized according to importance. Introducing a problem and offering a solution? Well, yes. Line 1 to 19 is the problem. If you have problem at home or in the workplace or with co-workers, deadlines, if you have emotional, marital, family, occupational, financial, drug abuse problems, then your performance at work will be limited. What is the solution? The solution is to go to the EARS program, and then the rest of the passage explains about the EARS program. So here we have the problem, and here we have the solution. So yes, number 4 is the correct answer. We have the problem followed by the solution. You might have thought that familiar items were first because it talks about family, but the rest of it is the solution to the problem. It's not about familiar and unfamiliar. It's about a problem and how to solve the problem. Okay, that's the end of this passage. We'll continue in this tomorrow. Osula Saiko de.